Unity. Yeah. One body, one mind. One mind, one spirit. One spirit, one mind. Gotta make the world feel it. One body, one mind. One mind, one spirit. One spirit, one mind. Gotta make the world feel it. One body, one mind. One mind, one spirit. One spirit, one mind. Gotta make the world feel it. Feel it. Gotta make the world feel it. Feel it. Yeah. Gotta make the world feel it.
One body, one mind.
So he was the youngest son of Noah. Now you read the 8 chapters prior to chapter 9 in Genesis, because Genesis means what? Well, what else?
Genealogy.
There you go. The genealogy, the genetics. You're going into Genesis, right? Where we all come from. So when you talk about Noah and his 3 sons, what happened to all the other nations before them? They perished in the flood, right? So now let's read about Ham and his descendants. Read.
Ham, the youngest son of Noah, born probably about 96 years before the flood, and one of 8 persons to live through the flood.
Come on.
He became the progenitor.
What does it mean, a progenitor?
The father lineage.
There you go, the forefather. All praises. Read.
He became the progenitor of the dark races.
So who are the dark races?
Everybody on that mother continent.
Okay. All praises. Read.
He became the progenitor of the dark races.
Were we on that continent?
Yes, we were.
Read.
Not the Negroes.
Whoa! So it means that not everybody that was in the land of Ham was Hamitic. Or Kemetic, whatever you want to call it. Not everybody descends from Ham. And we sure as hell don't.
Right.
We are Shemitic.
Right.
When they try to tell us we are anti-Semitic, that makes no damn sense. Why? Because we are Shemitic.
Right.
We are not. You just tried to say we Hamitic. We not.
I didn't say that.
Yeah, you said everybody that's from Africa, that was Ham, everybody falls under Ham. You just said that, King. We got you.
As black men, the skin Ham means is referring to the black race.
No, right, the sons, not the black race, the sons of Ham. Because you have another black race that came out of Shem, his brother.
Right.
So let's read that again.
Ham, the youngest son of Noah, born probably about 96 years before the flood, and one of 8 persons to live through the flood. He became the progenitor of the dark races.
Read.
Not the Negroes.
That's the reason why the Egyptians had who in slavery? Us, the Jews.
Right.
They say, oh, well, that was black on black. Yeah, but we not the same people.
Right.
We're going to show you who Ham is. Keep reading.
Not the Negroes, but
who?
the Egyptians.
Who?
The Egyptians.
Bring it
They're
out!
Hamitic. We're not. We're Shemitic. That's why they hate our guts.
Right.
We're not the same people. You go to Africa and them Canaanites and all that would be like, you are not my brother. And they matte black. They don't look like us. And they be like Manute Bow, 7 feet something tall.
Right.
How come if we're the same people because they black, where are their Floyd Mayweathers and LeBron James? Where are their warriors? Where are their entertainers? They ain't got the same spirit as the black man.
Right.
Where are all their inventors? All those so-called Hamites. Where are their inventors? They don't have the same smarts as you. They're not the same as you. The Egyptians, who else?
But the Egyptians, Ethiopians.
The Ethiopians ain't great like you.
Right.
The Ethiopians are not, we do not share the same bloodline as the Ethiopians, as the Egyptians. Read.
Egyptians, Ethiopians, Libyans.
For the Libyans. That's why America played everybody.
Right.
They got a Hamite president because we don't understand the difference between nationality. And they said, here, y'all got a black president, Barack Obama. He's a Hamite.
Right.
He don't care about the Shemites. He don't care about the Jews.
Right.
But because we see another black skin, we like, oh, that's the same. No. Say it again. That's not what I'm saying. Well, yeah, that's true. To some extent. To some extent. You get what I'm saying? But we got to come back. Give me Exodus 31:18 real quick. You can, hey, buy that book when you get a chance. There's a lot of good stuff on there. Zonovitz Compact Bible Dictionary. Take a picture of it. Hold it for him, Eli. While we read this, watch. Exodus 11:7 or 31:18. Read that.
Exodus 31 verse 18.
Bring it out.
And he gave unto Moses, when he had made an end of communing with him upon Mount Sinai.
So the creator of heaven and earth, the land that you're standing on right now, that dirt you're standing on, this tree that you see right here, that's probably 100 years old or more. You understand? That doesn't die. The creator of heaven and earth, he only dealt with your forefathers. And he gave them instructions in this book. Your forefathers was the only one the Lord dealt with. You cannot be trying to defame this Bible. God gave this to us, man, only for us. This ain't for the world. This is only for us. John 3:16, that's guess what our enemies taught us. That's what that means, but that's not what it means. Keep reading.
2 tables of testimony. Two tables of testimony. Tables of stone, written with the finger of God.
No, it's written by man.
Written with the finger of God.
The Bible was written with the finger of Jesus Christ, the greatest man that ever walked this earth, who had woolly hair like you. You understand? He left this Bible that was written by him, who came as a man. He came on earth as a man to leave us this book. So when you say, oh, that Bible's written by man, you're right. But by the greatest man that ever walked this earth. 2020 years ago, Jesus Christ, the black Messiah right here, left us this Bible. So don't be downplaying your Bible, our Bible. This is our heritage. Our forefathers are crying out to us to leave alone masonry, Egyptology, and all that foolishness. Watch, I'm going to show you that God said the same thing, that Zondervans knew what it was talking about. You know why? Because they got it from the Bible. Let's prove it. Exodus 11:7. We're going to show you that the Lord destroyed Egypt. He destroyed and they never rose again. Same thing he's going to do here in America. It's the same thing that's going to happen. Read what you got.
Exodus 11 verse 7. Bring it on. But against any of the children of Israel.
You see that? The 12 tribes, like you said, you from the tribe of Judah. All that other stuff you learn in the world, keep thy foot when you come to the house of God. Meaning, leave that garbage behind you and be retaught, brother. Be retaught, because a lot of us was into a bunch of foolery when we was in the world. And it's time to cut the chains. It's time to destroy the cycle and be retaught. Humble ourselves. Read.
But against any of the children of Israel shall not a dog.
A what?
A dog.
Meaning the other nations that teach us garbage, like the Egyptians, the Ethiopians, the Libyans, the Arabs, the East Indians, the Japanese, the Chinese. It ain't just the white man. It's all the other nations. Read.
Shall not a dog move his tongue against man or beast, that ye may know.
That you might know, Raheem. This is for you. This is the greatest news ever. Read.
How that the Lord doth put a difference.
What does it mean to put a difference? Meaning this right here, they not the same. Read.
Between the Egyptians and Israel.
Did you hear that? Why do you think the Egyptian empire fell? Because God, guess what? They had God's chosen people in slavery. And the Lord said, guess what? Whoever leadeth into captivity is going to go into captivity. They're going to be destroyed with the sword. You understand? What were you mentioning? Now, I'm gonna let you have the floor because you're being humble, you're listening, but I want to make sure I'm getting feedback. I want to hear. You understand? I want to hear. So I'll start with this. Why did we go into slavery? Let's put it that way. Why did we go into slavery? Why did that happen to us?
For one, I don't want to step on any toes. You know what I'm saying?
No. Hey, speak truth. Speak truth, man.
Because
let's go.
If we're being real,
right?
The Egyptians that are there today are not real Egyptians.
Right. That happened in 600 AD. Now you got the Arabs that are there. We understand that. But the Bible's talking about the real Hamite tribes, not the Ishmaelites that live there now. Go ahead. What's your question?
This is just a humble question.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
My question is, where's all these bodies? You know what I'm saying? Where are the bodies of the King Davids and these people who were in these characters in the Bible?
Let me get Jeremiah chapter 8, read verse 1. Jeremiah 8 verse 1. Let's see what these bodies are. Watch this. I'm telling you, man, the heathen did it's the same thing. Where's the Apocrypha? Where are the images of our forefathers? They whitewashed all the images. They destroyed all of our books. They destroyed all of our cemeteries and our graves. That's Bible prophecy. Because they don't want us to ever come back to the realization that we're the real Jews. Look at what happened to the bodies. Read.
Jeremiah 8 verse 1. At that time, saith the Lord, they shall bring out the bones of the kings of Judah.
You hear that? We're going to bring out the bones of the kings of Judah. Watch this.
And the bones of his princes, and the bones of the priests, and the bones of the prophets, and the bones of the inhabitants of Jerusalem.
In that time, when is in that time? In those last days. You're going to see the graves of our brothers and sisters. Keep reading.
And the bones of the inhabitants of Jerusalem out of their graves, and they shall spread them before the sun and the moon and all the host of heaven, whom they have loved, and whom they have walked, and whom they have worshipped. And they shall not be gathered, nor be buried. They shall be for dung upon the face of the earth.
You hear that? So that's what they did. They went into the graves and they picked out the graves of our ancestors and they scattered them. That's what they did as well. That's what the heathen did to our forefathers and our foremothers. So that when you look up King David or King Solomon, oh, that's just a fantasy story. That's a mythological book. It's not real. So that's why, because they wanted. Give me 1 Maccabees 3 and 48. Watch what else they did. 1 Maccabees chapter 3 verse 48. Watch. This is during the Greek Empire. That what was happening there was during the Babylonian and Assyrian Empire. Watch this right here in the Greek Empire, because we had many captivities. Read what you got.
1 Maccabees 3 verse 48. Wherefore the Israelites assembled themselves together.
Well, we had 3 and verse 48. 1 Maccabees 3:48. This is what the heathen did. The dogs, the other nations.
Right. 1 Maccabees 3 verse 48. And laid open the book of the law.
What is the book of the law? When you read Baruch 4 and 1, it is the Bible. The book of the law. The whole Bible has laws in it that will give you salvation. Not Christianity and Islam and Catholicism, Mormonism, Seventh-day Adventists and all. No, the Bible just says keep my laws. Right. That destroys whatever confusion of you got millions of religions, but the Bible destroys religion, because the Bible only says one thing: keep my commandments. Right. So, hold on. Now I'm going to show you what the heathen did. Read.
And laid open the book of the law, wherein the heathen had sought to paint the likeness of their images.
So they made Christ look like him when he looked like you. Right. That's what his forefathers did. Right. You understand? So that you can look at him like God, when God looked like you. Right. When God looked like you. Right. You understand? When your own brother is looking at you, that's why we kill each other, because we see a nigga. We don't see a God. That's why people kill each other. But guess what? You're in front of us, Raheem. We see a God that will die like a man if he don't keep the commandments. Right. Remember, all people are destroyed for lack of knowledge because they reject the laws of God. Right. They don't want to know the laws of God. Right. But this Bible, once again, is only written for our people. Did you know that? You sure?
So let me ask you this.
Go ahead.
So our God, right?
Yes, sir.
He will destroy it. So no other nation can keep his laws as well. Is that what?
Exactly. Let's get that. Let's get that. Give me Psalms 147 verse 19 and 20. Watch this. Read what you got. Come on.
Psalms 147 verse 19. He showed his word unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgments unto Israel.
You hear that? Jacob and Israel is the same man. He said he showeth his word unto Jacob and Israel. Read.
He hath not dealt so.
What does it mean when you don't deal so? Read. Layman's terms, right. He has not dealt so. Read.
He has not dealt so with any nation.
You hear that? Read.
And as for his judgment,
as far as judgments and the prophecies in the Bible,
they have not known them.
They don't know God. They don't know what's going to happen here. They don't really believe. Now, is that a bad thing? Are we supposed to teach them? Read.
Praise ye the Lord.
You hear what God says? God don't deal with them, and praise ye the Lord. That's right. That's what it say. But guess what? In the end days, in the end times, guess what's going to happen? Once we have once we have all these nations subject to us, guess what they're going to be keeping? They're going to be keeping the laws. Right. But that's when we're in rulership. You understand? So that was a good question, Raheem. What other question you got, King?
So when we're talking about these laws, where does the New Testament come in place where it says, hey, right here, now Jesus comes in and says, hey, this is for all the people now instead of just these people? Because right now we're still reading out the Old Testament.
Okay. Okay, give me that. Give me Matthew Read 1 verse 21, the first page of the New Testament. It says it from the jump. Read that.
Matthew 1 verse 21.
Now remember the New Testament, right? The New Covenant, right? Watch this.
Matthew 1 verse 21. And she shall bring forth a son.
She shall bring forth a son. It's talking about Mary and Joseph. Read.
And thou shalt call his name Jesus.
And y'all shall call his name Jesus, Yeshua, Yahweh, whatever you want to call him. We know that he's the Son of God. We're talking about the forefathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. This is Jesus Christ, the Messiah, that's coming to save the 12 tribes.
That's right.
So it says, she shall call him Jesus. Read.
For he shall save his people.
No, the world.
His people from their sins.
So where do they get the world from? Matter of fact, it said his people. Who are his people? Get the next chapter, read verse 6. Let's see who Jesus' people is. Watch this, read.
Matthew 2 verse 6. And thou, Bethlehem, in the land of Judah, art not the least among the princes of Judah.
You hear that? You a prince of Judah. If you're an American black sis, you are a princess of Judah.
Right.
Okay? This is our God-given nationality. This ain't no religion. This is our true history. All right? Read.
For out of thee shall come a governor.
You hear that? For out of you, out of your seed, out of your bloodline, is going to come a governor, a president. And it wasn't no damn Trump. And it wasn't no damn Joe Biden.
That's right.
It says it's going to be a leader that's going to come out of your bloodline, King. Okay? Never forsake this Bible and say men wrote that. Yeah, but they was inspired by the Creator.
Right.
Read.
That shall rule my people.
You hear that? That's going to govern my people. Who?
My people, Israel.
So when you read verse chapter 1 where it says he shall save his people, where do you get the world at? You see what I'm saying? Let's stay in the same book, Matthew 15:24.
Bring it out.
Let's see if he's going to save everybody. Did you know? Hey, sis, what's your name? Caitlin. Did I say it right? Yeah. Did you know Christ ain't died for everybody? And he about to tell you that right now. Watch it, because remember, I didn't write this book. My forefathers wrote this book. Our forefathers wrote this book. Read that.
Matthew 15 verse 24. But he answered and said, I am not sent.
I am not sent, meaning I ain't come over here.
But
to do what?
Unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel.
You hear that? I ain't come, but the only people I'm coming for is who? The lost sheep of the house of Israel. Why does he call us lost sheep? Because we're lost in Egyptology. We're lost in thinking we African. My brother knows that. He just brought it out. He said Africa was named after a white man. That brother got some knowledge. All praises. A lot of our people don't know that. They are lost sheep. A lot of our people don't know about the laws and the laws they got to keep. They are lost sheep. How you got to keep your beard. You got to wear your fringes and your border of blue. The sisters ain't supposed to be wearing leggings without a dress over it. Did you know that? These are laws that we got to, this is our culture. Twerking ain't our culture. World star hip hop ain't our culture. What other question you got, Raheem? Hey, get his information. Ari, hey, he gonna get your information. You coming to the school, Raheem? Because there's a lot more to learn, brother. Remember, we are destroyed for a lack of knowledge, Raheem, and we got a lot of knowledge we want to share with you.
We used to scream black power while Heron was pushed. But at the end of the day, nothing's in vain. IUIC has been given a vision. The tents of Judah has risen. Many has attempted the mission. Minor murmuring, omitting, and missing the mark. Just reading that he had the flame of fire in his eyes gave us the spark. We on Paul's mission. We out on the road, purple and gold. From Mexico, Cuba, Haiti, Ghana, Sierra Leone. 144,000 boots banging, concrete crackling. These are how men repented at heart. The scriptures is proof. IUIC, we deliver the truth.